From now on, you should understand what is adsorption. Let's refresh back what is adsorption. Adsorption is the addition of particles, can be atoms, ions, or molecules from a gas, liquid, or dissolved solid to a surface. This process creates a film of the adsorbate on the surface of adsorbent. We know what its adsorption is. Now, how do we measure or study it? The process of adsorption is usually plotted and studied using a graph. This is called adsorption isotherm. Different scientists have developed different kinds of adsorption isotherms. The adsorption of gases and solids is usually described through isotherm, that is, the amount of adsorbate on the absorbent as a function of its pressure, if gas, or concentration for liquid phase solutes at constant temperature. There are 15 different isotherm models have been developed, but we are going to focus only two isotherm, which are Langmuir and BET. Langmuir isotherm is a new model isotherm for gases adsorbed to solids. It is a semi-empirical isotherm derived from a proposed kinetic mechanism. Let's not discuss detail on the semi-empirical isotherm as it needs further explanation on it. The Langmuir isotherm describes a single layer, which is monolayer adsorption, which the volume of gas molecule adsorbed at certain pressure. This isotherm was based on different assumptions, one of which is that dynamic equilibrium exists between adsorbed gases molecule and the free gases molecule. There are four assumptions of Langmuir isotherm. The first one, the solid surface of absorbent is uniform, meaning that all the adsorption sites are equivalent. Every site has same energy. Okay, if you can see from the 2D dimension of the surface, okay, all the sites can be occupied by only one absorbate. Okay, so meaning that each of the site have a same affinity towards absorbate. There are no such thing that side on the left of the surface will absorb more absorbate if compared to right hand side. Okay, so every side have same energy, which we call homogeneous surface. The second one, adsorbed molecule do not interact, or adsorption is localized. Third one, all adsorption occur through same mechanism. And last one, a maximum of one monolayer or one absorbate molecule per site can be adsorbed on the surface. Adsorption cannot proceed above monolayer coverage. We understand that Langmuir isotherm is correspond to the monolayer adsorption. Based on the Langmuir isotherm, scientists named Bruno, Emmett, and Taylor come up with a theory we call as BET theory that study the multi-layer adsorption of the surface, whereby the gas molecule can have multi-layer on the solid surface, and multi-layer adsorption occur especially in physical adsorption. The BET isotherm is used to explain the multi-layer adsorption, whereby the absorption process can be described in terms of the attachment of molecule directly on solid surface and the attachment of molecule to sites already occupied by adsorbed molecule, forming the second layer. BET isotherm describe the adsorption as the ratio of the volume of gas that is adsorbed to the volume that would produce a single layer. The build-up layer can continue until, as the gas pressure approaches the vapor pressure of the gas, the adsorption has reached the stage where the surface could be described as wet due to vapor condensation as the pressure increases. Before we end this topic, let's briefly look back what we have learned in this topic. So I do hope at the end of this topic you understand and able to explain what is colloid, colloid, true solution, and suspension. So you have to understand in colloid we have disperse phase and dispersion medium. An example of colloid, and also we have lyophilic and lyophobic. So you should understand the definition of lyophilic and lyophobic, so and able to come out with a few difference between these two. So okay, and in preparation of the colloid, we have disperse method and condensation method. So I found in final question, there one question asking how to prepare lyophobic salt using condensation method. So in this condensation method, we have several ways to prepare lyophobic salt. For example, solvent exchange, double decomposition, hydrolysis, reduction, and oxidation methods. And also there are dialysis that being used to purify the colloids and understand the principle of dialysis process. And also we have colloidal properties, where in colloidal properties you should be able to explain the Tyndall effect, how the Tyndall effect works. Okay, so why we used to do the Tyndall effect. It is used to distinguish between colloidal solution and true solution or suspension. Okay, and we have Brownian movement, electrophoresis, coagulation, and adsorption. Okay, when we talk about adsorption, you should understand the term adsorbate and absorbent. And under adsorption, there are two types of adsorption: physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. So you should be able to come out with the difference between these two adsorption. Okay, and note that in physical adsorption, there are multi-layer adsorption occur, and chemical adsorption, there are monolayer adsorption occur. And also in adsorption, we can come up with the isotherm. So in isotherm, we learn about Langmuir isotherm and BET. So Langmuir isotherm, we can relate with the monolayer adsorption. Okay, so it can be relate with monolayer, and BET can be related with multi-layer adsorption. And for Langmuir Adsorption, there are four assumptions, and I do hope you should be able to explain all the four assumptions. And BET isotherm uh, is the isotherm that used to explain the multi-layer adsorption, and it's actually derived from the Langmuir isotherm. Okay, that's all for this topic. If you have any question, do ask me in online class. See you soon.